Howdy out there in internet land, and welcome back to the channel Mint with Card. My name is James, and it has been a week. Toy after toy after toy after toy. Man, I am drowning in riches. So much so that we're putting these three figures in one video. That's right, folks. We got the final figure from the Turtles of Grayskull line, which is King Hiss / Foot Soldier. We got the Mattel Creations Hurricane Hordak, and I found this at my local toy shop. It is the Masters of the Universe Evelyn movie version. I missed out on the other movie versions like Skeletor, He-Man, and Beastman. I'm kicking myself for not picking those up. I wish I had. But I was able to find Evelyn. Meg Forrester was amazing in that movie. Her eyes were chef's kiss. So, we're going to be taking a look at these three figures. It's going to be quick reviews. You can see the shine on the camera right in front of the packaging. Try and get you a better look. I've been trying out some new stuff, inserting some clips from some TV shows and theme songs and all that good stuff. But we're going to keep this one simple. I'm going to get them all out of their packaging, and then we'll be right back after these messages.
Universe, there is a planet ruled by a being of utter evil. And there is only one man who dares challenge him. They are locked in a battle to the death. A battle that will take them across the heavens. Stop him! A battle that will finally be fought. I want them hunted down and brought to me! Across the face. Police! Nobody move! Of Earth.
I think I'm gonna need some backup.
Can you show us the way?
Of course! No!
Distant galaxy, they have come to Earth. Dolph Lundgren as He-Man, Frank Langella as Skeletor. Only they have the powers to be Masters of the Universe. Live the adventure.
Alright guys, we got everybody outside of their packaging, and let me say, if you are not a fan of the little tie-ins that they put in there to hold these figures in, this was about a 15 to 20 minute endeavor to get them all free from their plastic prisons. But let's take a look at these Masters of the Universe Origins, Turtles of Grayskull, and Masterverse figures. We're going to start right over here with the one, the only, Meg Forrester as Evelyn from the 1987 movie Masters of the Universe. I must say, this is a beautiful figure. Gorgeous. Captures that Evelyn stunningly. Cloth goods cape, plastic skirt piece, but it's very malleable and pliable. She comes with a holographic cosmic key. She comes with two gripping hands right outside of the packaging, but she also has spell casting hands that you can use as well. All in all, this figure is stunning. She has all of the standard articulation that you could want from a Masterverse figure. We won't go into too much detail. You already know about it. But once again, stunning. Stunning, stunning. I think I'm going to go watch this movie after this review. So that is the Masterverse Evelyn. Super happy that I was able to pick her up. Now I've just got to track down all of the other movie figures. Moving over, we have got Hurricane Hordak and a King Hiss. We'll get to him in a second. That's going to be an issue. But let's do Hurricane Hordak. Hurricane Hordak is the third iteration, fourth iteration if you count the sketchbook series of Hordak in this line. He was one of the vintage figures that we were still waiting on, and he comes with several accessories and also something that I've seen a lot of people online doing, and I think I might do that, but I'm not 100% sure. So he comes with this like bat type spinning blade. He comes with these energy balls. He also comes with this big, I don't know what it is. The pictures online show that he could lift up a boulder with this, so there you go. This is the actual arm attachment that we get with Hurricane Hordak. It's got that peg in there that will pop into the wrist hole. And the little gimmick thing right here is this little wheel. There you go. That you can spin, just like that. He also comes included with this second head sculpt. And the spikes on top are very malleable, soft plastic, so they won't hurt you. But yeah, it's kind of given that punk rock Hordak look. Now the actual figure, everything is standard that we've been getting from Origins. He does now have the VUM, which I guess is some sort of new vac metal technology that they're utilizing. But it's basically the standard buck of Hordak. It's based off of the basic body of Hordak, just with probably a new upper torso. Or it could be the same torso, just now covered in vac metal. So what you do is you pop out his wrist, just like that. Take your little piece and plug it into the wrist peg. And now you have Hurricane Hordak. You plug in the little pieces, and you can either spin it by hand, or you can utilize this thing right here. And these just pop in, pop out. And that essentially is Hurricane Hordak. Now, what a lot of people have been doing is they've taken this secondary head portrait, and because the skin tones match perfectly, they have been using this head on the sketchbook series Hordak. I'm kind of torn. I like to keep my figures exactly as they were intended to be. I'm not one to mix and match, even though that's the whole play gimmick. But I really am thinking about using this head on the sketchbook series Hordak. My local targets have been flush with the sketchbook series figures, so I'm kind of right now playing clearance chicken, Hordak down. I've been playing clearance chicken, so we'll see if they go on clearance, and if they do, I'll pick one up. And then that way I can have the Hordak with this secondary head sculpt. He also comes included with a mini comic. Many of the deluxe figures did not come with a mini comic, so it's refreshing that we get to see this. And of course it features Cyclone and Hurricane Hordak. If only we had gotten a character named Tornado. I don't know. All right, moving on. We are going to look at this guy right here who is fallen over on the table. This is going to be the last figure that we get from the Turtles of Grayskull line. I'm going to get this camera in a position that I can work with. There we go. All right, so starting off with, he does come with the pieces. Skirt piece, 2 arms, and a head that is going to be able to make him into just a disguised foot soldier. But when he no longer wants to be a disguised foot soldier and he wants to show his ultimate power, he becomes Turtles of Grayskull, King Hiss. This is a massive, massive character. Whew, let me tell you. All right, so he's got the snake head sculpt right here that's painted up really, really well. Nice deco on that. He's got his double torso, so it's essentially using 2 torsos, and I'm thinking that these torsos might have come from Modulok. Probably not, because they've got the scaling on it. But then he also has 4 snake arms. The snake arms are painted in a solid color. So top part green, bottom part gold. It would have been awesome if they had given them more paint deco, but that probably would have made this figure like super expensive. But the jaws are articulated, which is really cool. So they can open and close. Again, standard articulation, just like we have with all of the Origins figures. They plug and play. You can pop stuff off and on. Moving down to the legs, it looks as though they're using mouse jaws, feet with different ankle things, and maybe King Hess's lower legs and crotch area, I guess you would call it. But yeah, so this figure is really awesome. This is a great way for them to go out. I think it could have used some more paint deco, but you know. So in order to change him to what I would assume would be the foot soldier, you would just pop out all of these pieces. Then you're going to plug in the arms, and I don't think we're going to be using this torso right here. I think this one's too short. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to plug that arm in there. We're going to plug that arm in there. This particular wrist bracer right here, it's pretty loose on mine. All right. And I think we're going to plug on his skirt piece. We're doing this in real time, people. And then you plug on his torso, like so. Then we're going to take the armor, and it looks as though the armor just attaches here on the side. And this part, so they're using King Hiss's armor with just a overlay. All right. So then your armor goes on like that. And then what you would do is pop the head on. And now you have got a foot soldier. A disguised foot soldier. So I'm not going to display him like this, But what I am hoping is that with all of the Turtles of Grayskull Deluxe figures that we've gotten in the past, what has happened here in my area is that they were offered as part of CollectorCon / CancelCon, or they were offered as pre-orders, and you would pre-order them, and then you would hope that they didn't get canceled, or you would hope that they would ship out. 9 times out of 10, most people I've seen on the internet, their pre-orders have gotten canceled, and they didn't get the figures. Well, I have luckily gotten all of the ones that I pre-ordered from CancelCon, so that's a good thing. Knock on some wood. But what has been happening is I've been visiting my local Walmarts, and they have been overcrowded with the Turtles of Grayskull figures. So right now, Leatherhead is just backing up at all of my local Walmarts. He's just 6 to 7 deep on the pegs. So hopefully the King Hiss will also do the same thing. And if he does, I'll pick up a second one. That way I can have a disguised foot soldier as well as King Hiss. And then that way the line will be quote unquote complete. And then I will have been finished with the Turtles of Grayskull line. I said from the beginning I wasn't going to collect that line because I'm like, yeah, not a big fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But it is MOTU. Some of those look really cool. All right, I'll order the turtles. No, wait. Now I'm all in. Let's collect it all. So it is a slippery slope. So be careful out there, guys, because we've got the MOTU / Thundercats line coming up really, really soon. So there is a look at the most recent Masters of the Universe / Masterverse figures that I have picked up. This week has been a really good week as far as toys. I've picked up a lot. Check out some of the other videos on the channel to see what else I've got picked up in my collection. And as always, guys, do all of the YouTube-y things. Give it a like, give it a comment, subscribe, show me some love. If you guys keep liking them, I will keep making them. Until next time, guys, keep it mint. Have a great day.
Now, Hordak with some triple trouble. It's Hurricane Hordak with his sky chopper. His Thunderball mace bashes, bashes, bashes.
You're next, Boneface. Come in, get me.
His Battle Blade slashes, slashes, slashes.
He's out of control.
Can anyone, can anything stop him?
Oh!